What up, friends? How are you doing? Jazzy. First off, friends, how are you doing? Happy Monday. I'm hanging in there. My voice, I'm already losing my voice. But I just got a little glimpse of my Jazzy life and her hostile dinner routine. Now I really cannot stand Philip. Philip, you send your kids home hungry like that. Watching little Ava eat like she hasn't eaten all weekend hurts my heart. Like it really does. I try not to watch her because the treatment of those children is, I can't believe she posted that. That's not normal. I know when it's dinner time at my house, like what the hell, Jazzy? Is that normal at your house? Hang on, let me check the Bluetooth. Hello, friends, are you there? Is that normal at your house? Is it always hostile like that? I felt like it was Chow Hall in fucking prison. Not that I've ever been in prison, but I seen movies and my brother, he told me how it is, you know? Is that fucking Chow Hall? Like what the, that isn't normal, Jazzy. That is not normal. Sorry, my I took a little nap in the car on the way home. So my shit's fucked up. But what is with the aggression? The way your oldest daughter flung legendary like that and plopped him in the freaking high chair. Ava eating like she hasn't eaten since last week. That poor baby. And like your children don't have any home training at all. With the legs on the table and everything, the babies aren't supposed to be doing that, Jazzy. Not supposed to be doing that. I can only imagine like what they do at school and shit. But that was so sad to watch. And I didn't want to watch it, but I was watching a reaction channel and I was like, whoa, what? Am I really seeing this? Or am I just looking at the bad parts? The whole live was bad. And my heart aches for those babies. And Philip, it don't look like you or your girlfriend missed any meals, but it looks like these babies missed meals over the weekend. When both my baby daddies, okay, would bring my kids home fed, they wouldn't come home eating like that. They'd come home showered, fed, and ready for Monday for school. Okay, both of them, Chris and Carlos. Okay, both of them make sure, because my kids are eaters. Okay, okay, just like their mom. But you know, like that's I just I just I couldn't believe what I was watching, and it's so sad for me to see that. And she's there drinking her little drink as if it's normal. Like they were holding back because you know the kids know to calm down when the camera's rolling. They're trained like that, you know. Can you imagine when that camera is not rolling? And who said she's a good person and a good mom? Who said that? No. She just need she doesn't know any better either, Jasmine, because that's how she was raised. These are the things we need to change in our lives, how we parent. Just because our parented like that, we have to take it a step up and parent differently. I parent different than my mom did. And I do different with my children, okay? But that, Jasmine, that was very disturbing to watch. And it seemed like you were irritated with your kids the whole time just because you're wearing a t-shirt that says grateful and you stuck some stickers on the wall about God doesn't mean shit. You have to actually, you talk the talk and walk the walk. It's not just things you paste on the wall and say to yourself, you have to know what they mean. Do you actually know what it means to be grateful? No, because you don't earn you earn your money very lazy. And I notice when people earn money or it's just given to you or it's very easy, you don't appreciate it. You expect it from people. But when you don't work a hard day, like a day's work in your life, and you're like that, that's how your kids are entitled to. I notice your kids, whenever they want cash apps, they're asking the people. You're teaching them that stuff. Whenever it was somebody's birthday or whatever, they were not even grateful for the cash apps that they were getting from the people. But that's learned behavior. You taught them that. You taught them not to be grateful. Like that, those are such, they have such bad manners. And then Aiden was stealing Ava's food. He just took her food, and you're just over there. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I guess cooking for like 12 hours. Tacos, you make tacos, and like those kinds of tacos, you make them in like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You took like 2 hours to make them. And Aiden stole Ava's food. Like, he's been doing that since she was a baby, and you never see it. When you used to feed them waffles every morning, I remember he used to steal her food all the time. Maybe that's why she's smaller, because he's always stealing her food, and you're not even paying attention. You're over there like in La La Land. Like that was so disturbing to watch, the dysfunction of it all. And she posts it up like she's fucking doing something. Like she's doing something. Like that was that made me cry. Like I felt so sad for those babies, because those babies probably had to fight every day of their fucking life against each other. The way they treat each other, the way they're, like they're very aggressive with each other. And the way that oldest one, the way she plopped down that baby and like just squished him, like pushed him out of the way, like Chris, did you see that? Did you see that? Like, that would be a no go. Okay, my there's a 13-year age gap between my daughter and my son that I adopted, and she's never ever treated my son like that. Well, that's her brother. We've had him since he was born, but I would not allow it. I would not allow that behavior. I don't know why she's treating him like that. I don't know if she treats all her siblings like that, but she kind of had a little fucking attitude, if you ask me. But whatever, that's your issue. You're gonna have to deal with. But the dysfunction of it all, that's not normal. That whole scene of you being irritated that you have to cook for your kids, and you drink. Okay, fine. You want to drink? Go ahead. That's fine. I mean, I've drank in front of my kids before, but come on. Yes, I'm live. Hey, Queen Bee. Hey, Queen Bee. It's Queen Bee. It's just, I just can't believe she posted that. Like, that was so disturbing and sad to watch. Like, I feel so bad for those kids, because can you imagine what they go through when the camera's not rolling? Like, Jazzy, that shit is not normal. And like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, it's just so sad. And I feel bad for those babies even more. And just the fact that she was just so annoyed by them, and she's always annoyed by them. There's always an issue with those babies. And honestly, the only way she makes a living is with them. So maybe she despises them because of that, because she has to show them, or I don't know. There's some sort of, and now she don't even like, now that the dad's gone or whatever. Hey, I wasn't sure. Oh yeah. Yes, it was so pathetic. She does. I agree. It's like if she hates those, like there. And now, did you see how she just have Legend like in the corner? He was in the corner for those, that the whole time she was cooking, and she was just really mean. So I guess because since Chris might be allegedly gone, she doesn't she doesn't like him now. Like, she is, and she really thinks she's doing something. She really thinks she's. I don't know why she posted that. I would delete that shit. Like, delete that shit. Like, I would fucking delete that shit because that is so disturbing to watch. And I feel so bad for those kids. So bad for them. And she needs to teach those little girls to keep their legs down and closed and their shirts up because you don't know who's watching you, Jazzy. You do not know who is watching you. I don't even eat tacos on Sunday. I swear, I'm like, what the, like, what, like, maybe it was because it's quick and they were hungry. Like, you could tell, like, they were hungry. Like, they hadn't eaten. And that's my next beef with fucking Phil. Like, do you not feed your kids? Like, they, like, little Ava scarfed what she could before it was taken from her. Like, that was like, and it does not look like Philip is missing no meals, and neither is his fucking bitch. Okay. That is fucked up. That is fucked up. I feel so bad. I thought he was like the better parent, but the fact that he said, and you know how it is with switch offs if you're, if you're not with your baby daddy, there are rules. You bring that kid back the way I sent the kids to you, fed, showered, and ready to go. That's how I expect my kids back too. You know what I mean? She was pissed because Philip brought the kids home. Oh, really? Is that what was her? That's what her problem was. See, neither one of them wants those kids. Neither one of them. They just use those kids for content and that's it, and you can tell. And so I guess her bright idea was, okay, well, I'm gonna make some money off of this since I got a mom right now, I gotta be a mom. I'm gonna put it on live. Like, that was a huge mistake. Like, that was so disturbing. Like, oh my gosh, I was like, am I really watching this right? And I even went to her channel because I was in disbelief because I thought I was just seeing like the bad parts. No, whole thing's bad. Whole thing is bad. And Jazzy doesn't know any better, sadly. She probably thinks she was doing a good thing feeding her kids, but she wasn't even like paying attention to them. And I don't think she notices the way she delivers messages to them, the way she talks to them, the way she, like, there's no motherly anything there, like, that's so sad. And my mom wasn't very motherly with me either, but you should see me with my kids. Like, my kids, I smother my kids. Like, because I didn't get that growing up. I didn't get it, and I wished for it and I wanted it. It's just my mom just wasn't very affectionate, but not to that extent. Like, I mean, we had meals. My mom had a way of showing her love, which was with food and with buying us things. Like, she didn't really know how to, because my mom was one girl and 10 brothers, so she wasn't very girly, you know what I mean? So that wasn't my mom's fault. But now she has changed, as we've gotten older, of course, with the grandbabies she's a lot better. But I made sure with my kids, they knew how I felt about them, because I could never, like, that was so hard for me to watch. Like, so hard for me to watch because I try not to watch her stuff, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And the fact that these are little babies that are going through that, and she thinks this is completely normal because she doesn't know any better. And it's sad, and then she'll just chalk it up to we're just being haters or jealous or we want to be like her. Like, we're our hearts ache for those kids, you know what I mean? And Philip, like, I knew it was like for the content. Like, I knew it. Like, I had better hope for him for when he got out of prison, because people do change in, prison. People go to prison all the time, the reason he went, that's, I'm not going to talk about that, but, just as a person in general, you would think he would want to give better to his children knowing they've been suffering the whole time he was away. And no, he's just like her. And maybe that's why they were together, because they were a match. They're the same, they, neither one of them knows any better, but that just, I don't ever want to see Philip. I don't ever, that, because that, seeing little Ava scarf that food and give that little, like, thumbs up, like, this crap is good, basically. Like that was like so sad. Then she didn't even get to finish her food because her mom's over there doing whatever. And then her sister took her chair. And then Aiden took her. Like that poor baby kid. You imagine? 'Cause she's like the smallest one. You know what I mean? Like it's just so sad. And please, if anybody sees that and think that's normal, it's not normal. That is just so sad for the babies. It is not normal, and that is very disturbing to watch. Can you imagine what goes on when the camera is not rolling? Is all I want to say. Anyways, I gotta go make dinner for my kids, but I'll let y'all go. Bye bye.